just for the gap in your blizzard. My mind just wasn't enough. Slow it down, make this moment last a year. Just please don't call it love. Flicking sheets and sketching the scene. All the strokes that you do. You were scarlet, I was still green. Another spoon through.
Okay. There we go. Do I sound okay? Would you guys want me to turn down the music a little bit? There we go. Turn down the music just a little bit, okay? Maybe a lot bit. There we go. Alright. How's everyone doing tonight? Or just ASMR? Hey. Welcome to Fate Grand Order. I'm the player tonight, Tabbyface TV. And we're going to be running through Ooku, the new Fate Grand Order event. Oh wow, we lost a viewer. Also, sorry if my computer's very, very loud. There we go. Okay. So... let's do this. As you guys can see, I already kind of got a head start on it the other night when it started, so I didn't get too far. I just pretty much missed the intro stuff. I'm not gonna bother doing anything extra because I really don't want to, so let's continue. Yes, there we go. Well, we have much better CEs for running this. There we go. Something jolly seems to be inside the room. Well, let's check it out. Finally, hey, Darkline Master. Darkline Bastard. What else is in wild? First of all, there we go. There we go. Computer, please calm down. No, give me a second. Computer, you need to chill. There we go. Nice. Finally, Family Guy. Yes, sir. This is indeed Family Guy. Pig room. Alright. Let's do some voice acting. Act 2, The Audience. Part 2. Ouch. Saber, go wake up Terumo. Get him in here. We're in the pig room. Earlier. Huh? Huh? What the? What is this place? I could have swore I was just alone in my room, enjoying my weekly ham and sausage feast, away from the others. To say nothing of that little animal's prying nose. What's going on here? Am I sleepwalking? Is that what this is? Maybe I should have taken Da Vinci's advice and gone in for a regular checkup after all. At any rate, I'm the head of Chaldea. The hell? The mental support pillar holding up the entire organization by myself. I can't let my staff relax their focus now. Not when we're in the middle of a war. I need to head back to my still under construction director's office to make sure we'll all get out of this alive. All that aside, where am I anyway? Is this the way out? Who are you lot? Stay back. I said stay back, damn it. Oh. So that's how it's gonna be, is it? Very well. I have my stores and my message code. I can fight back handily. Take this. Perplexing golf punch. Bewildering golf punch. Intimidating golf punch. Pitiful. They're all far too weak. Or perhaps I'm just too strong. All that aside, even I can't quite believe I took care of this many enemies so quickly. I suppose I must have grown more than I realized over the course of this journey. Seems I have awakened the beast within me. I may be a particularly late bloomer, so late that I almost didn't make it in time, but nonetheless. Oh ho ho. There's still more of you out are there? Don't you realize you're hopelessly outmatched? especially when they're especially when they're already a full lap behind. But if you mean to attack me, then you leave me no choice. I didn't get back to the people eagerly, eagerly awaiting my return. Now move aside, for I am become death, destroyer of you. Yes, I've always wanted to say something like that. Phew. Oh, phew. Seeing all those puppets attack us without so much as blinking is kind of creepy, if not downright scary. Yes, it was terrifying how many there were. Lucky for us, they weren't very strong. I agree. I may have lost some of my power, but I can still handle these enemies just fine. And since I have all you helping too, I don't think we'll have any trouble making progress. We could handle 1,000 of them with our hands tied behind our back. Master, may I ask a favor of you? What's up? Weak though these attendants may be, I think it would be better if we didn't destroy any more of them than necessary. I ask this simply because all things, living or otherwise, have value in the Buddha's eyes. So you think we should treat everything with respect, even if it lacks a soul? I can get behind that. Okay, let's not get carried away and go around destroying any more of them than we have to. Sounds good to me. You have a kind heart, Lord Shiki. I like that very much. Oh, I forgot my name was Shiki. Well, it's like, player name, it's your player name. I forgot my player name was Shiki to kind of blend in and be unassuming. Everyone should be sympathetic to those who lack power, regardless of how high they may rank. The fact that you can summon up that kind of sympathy, even in circumstances as tense as these, speaks volume for your inner strength of character. I can see that you are not merely repeating what you've heard, but truly believe what you say. Yes, I'm very impressed. That is a good boy. Pat, pat. Is she treating Master like a child? This is kind of embarrassing. Oh, I'm sorry. Force of habit. Long ago, I decided that... A fucking game. Long ago, I decided that whether I praised a child, I would do so with all my strength, that I would pat their head whenever I did so. And now it's a habit that's very hard to break. I'm truly sorry if I made you uncomfortable. Don't worry, it was kind of refreshing. At any rate, thank you all for indulging in such a selfish request. You really believe in mercy, don't you? I guess you really are as gentle as you look, Kiara. No, it's not that. I simply seek salvation, in accordance with my fate. Faith. Yes, after all, I feel nothing at all when we destroy these dolls. Not to mention that these attendants were clearly designed by someone for a specific purpose. I cannot let Master down in the face of such an insidious trap. Whatever the one who planned all this is plotting, we mustn't make it easy for them. Cool. Gimme. Oh, it's still down lively corridor. A giggling sound can be heard from the corridor. Lots of laughter can be heard from inside the room. Who's a writer? Yeah, sure. Lots of maidservants are sitting inside the room. Okay. Here's some maidservants. Damn, no kill. Oh, let's do this. Let's do that. Period. What's up, Val? Thanks for joining. Ooh. Nice damage. Alright, let's get these guys done. Damn. Nice. Okay. More story stuff. Let's go. Are you sure about this? Why would you even ask such a boring question? Of course I'm sure. Why did you think I would say otherwise? Forgive me. I could not help but inquire, given what an unusual sort they were. You're quite the warrior, aren't you, Matsudaira? Doesn't matter when someone... God damn you, game. It doesn't matter what someone may be like before they enter this Tokugawa Ooku. Once they do, there's only one way to forward for them. There's only one way forward for them. And I don't just mean physically. I explicitly designed it so one can only proceed by behaving in a certain way. So of course I'm not going to have a second thought. I'm not going to have second thoughts about the innermost chamber I created myself. Yes, my lady. That said, it's a little unexpected. They're not enjoying themselves as much as they're supposed to. Maybe it's good. Maybe it's because that romance-addled goody-goody Parvati is there with them. But that's fine. Who cares? I sure don't. Anyway, that reminds me. How are things going with the one I left in your care? I'm afraid there has not yet been much progress. Is that so? Well, that's okay. Just keep at it until you're satisfied. Still, don't you think it would be faster to cut your losses, crush them and make them a pillar already? I do not. I appreciate the suggestion, my lady, but I would like to keep trying for a while longer. They are useful as they are now. Hey, I left them in your charge for a reason. If that's what you want to do, go right ahead. Just because I think you're wasting your time on that piece of trash doesn't mean I'm not rooting for you to succeed. In the end, that is what I am after all. Which is why I'm going to do the same thing to all of them. Parvati may make me sick to my stomach, but I wouldn't be who I am if I didn't extend a hand to her anyway. Teehee? Yes. Why beat around the bush when there's no need to? I should go out there and greet them as soon as I can. ASMR? A little bit. I gotta keep it down. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Phew. Another battle over. Nice work. Hey, Peter. Nice work. They're no shorter than they were before, but it's still hard dealing with so many at a time. All their remains are literally starting to pile up. Talk about a critical hit with that last one. Do you see the way its head went flying? Very, very nice. Oh. I'm sorry, I didn't ask this, Shiki, but could you give me a few minutes? No problem. Is she picking up all their heads? Oh my. She appears to be gathering them together so she can pray over them. She seems more goddess-like than ever. Okay, all done. Sorry to keep you waiting. I know these are our enemies, but that they're nothing more than automatized familiars. And maybe there's no point in doing this since I know they aren't even alive. But I just couldn't live with myself if I didn't try to do something. Is that strange? Not at all. Oh, good. I'm relieved to hear that. I don't think it's especially strange either, but I am curious why you did it. Is it because the Buddha resides in all things living otherwise? I suppose you'd say that's part of it, but it's really much simpler than that. Yeah, Parvati was a good healing persona. Bruh, this ain't the wrong RPG, bro. Get out. First of all, seeing their heads fly like that got me thinking about my son. Even if there are only dolls, the idea of letting them lie there like that just didn't sit well with me. You are talking about Ganesha, huh? You are talking about Ganesha, huh? I see. Apart from that, I mostly just felt like it. After all, I'm Parvati, the goddess of beauty and benevolence, so of course I would pray for my enemies. Oh, though of course it's not to say I would do that for anyone and everyone. I'm sure you realize, as much as our battle so far, that I don't need to pray for them every time. I understand that the enemy would see that as a naivete and weakness, but still, when I do happen to feel a desire to be kind to them, I don't want to ignore it. Maybe that really is my naivete and my weakness speaking. But even if it is, I think that's an important part of who I am. I'll never forget how you saved me without an ulterior motive back when I was utterly helpless, Lady Barr. I'm sure you did so because you weren't able to ignore your kind nature then either. I can tell how grateful I am for. I can't tell you how grateful I am for that. Oh, uh, you're welcome. In that case, I pretty much just acted without thinking, but I guess it does boil down to when you put it into words. You're right. I couldn't ignore my desire to help. An important part of who you are, huh? That's true. The greater divine spirit you are, the more unavoidable that problem becomes. To be a deity is to contain multitudes, after all. Put another way, which version of you is here right now? Right. For example, Kali or Durga would never do anything like this. If they didn't crush the dolls' heads with their feet, they'd probably wear their remains as trophies. Kali, the god of fury, and Durga, the god of war. I remember someone once told me that they're like the different sides of you. I think they also said that your spirit origin may be different, but you all share the same divine core. I see. So the fact that you're like this is specifically because you aren't in their spirit origins right now. As you know, I'm manifesting right now via the innate godhood goodness in this scroll I'm using as my avatar. That goodness also repels any dispositions that can't acclimate to it. So right now, I really am just Parvati, and nothing more. Well, there still might be what's that expression, that sort of thing? The yin and the yang, the yin and the yin? Either way, there might still be a tiny drop of that in me. But it's so small I couldn't worry about it even if I wanted to. But then, doesn't that disposition make it hard for you to fight? That's true. Or at least it would, or at least it usually would. But that's the important thing, is that I'm still here despite that. And I think the fact that I'm here even though I'm not well suited for fighting, that I'm here even though I had borrowed part of my husband's power to manifest, I can't help but feel that means something. There's some sort of reason why I need to be here, rather than Durga or Kali. It's significant, somehow. Or at least that's how it feels to me. I'm afraid there isn't much else I can say beyond that at this point. Of course, I'm sure you would have all preferred I manifested with a side that was a little better at fighting. I know it would make things at least a little easier for all of you if I had. So I'm sorry about that. I'd take you over them any day. I'm relieved to hear you say that. But I can promise you will at least do my best not to get in your... No. I have to think more positively than that. I'll do my best to be helpful as I can. I want to be sharp and ruthless in battle, not just kind outside of it. Anyway, I don't know how helpful I can be, but I promise you all I'm going to try my best. Oh my god. Okay. Nope. There's a sweet scent. An eerie sounding moan to be heard to the wall. Is there something behind it? After sliding open the fusama, maidservants come out and start pressing themselves against you. Let's do this. Actually, no, I'll just do double Altria. Get this done fast. Forgot she's not inserted. You're surrounded by maidservants. Alright, more of the same, let's go. Alright. Oh look, my normal phantasm is back already. This is why I love double Arturia caster. I can just pull all this goofy ass shit. Alright. Beautiful corridor, let's go. The sound of the shamisen can be heard. The sound of the shamisen echoes through the corridor, making it sound like chamber music. The sound of the shamisen abruptly stops the moment you stand in front of the room. Damn, the sheep room. Oh, more caster. Matrons hearing shamisen suddenly ambush you. Same it first. we go. All right. Okay. Damn it. Okay. Yes. The grandiose looking for Sama that seems meant to receive important gifts. Guests. Alright, let's go. Damn, the 1.1? Alright. Okay, here we go. So how's everyone doing tonight? Let's see what the average is. Oh, 777,000? 100,000? Let's go. So front the big room, let's go. A loud moaning sound can be heard from the room ahead. Dog room. Hold up. You guys here to see more visual novel reading? Okay, here we go. What is this place? It's a very spacious room, although, from our perspective, it's difficult to say where the hallway ends and the room begins. Right. The only partitions here are those incredibly flimsy sliding doors, but they are certainly not proper walls. I do not know how one would go about keeping research results safe with a floor plan like this. I find Japanese architecture fascinating but also incomprehensible. All that aside, this does look like a very special room. I'm sure this doesn't need to be said. Just to be clear, the original Ooku didn't have any rooms like this. Who does this culprit think they are? Change it around any which way they... Who goes there? I'd ask you let me handle this one, Lady Tasuda no Subon. I think she's an acquaintance of mine. FGRSMR, I fucking hate you guys. Oh look, little girl. I guess I am. Long time no see, Parvati. Don't worry, you're still welcome here, no matter how much I hate you. Praise be to our stupid reunion. Joy to these ridiculous salutations. It seems like both of us have better days, doesn't it? Well, if we just hold the mic in one hand like this. Is she the same person as Par? Is she Par's sister? No. She's that same person. Our bodies may be different ages, but that doesn't really mean anything to us. I'm only choosing to look this age because it feels right to me. At any rate, I'm just as shocked as you are. I never thought I'd be using the same human for an avatar as I am. She would be using, sorry. There must be a long story behind how she got like this. She must have left a very checkered fate on the world too. You have already taken half that was in the sunlight, so the other shadowy half was still up for grabs. It's wonderful how you ignore such a glorious, fateful connection. I have to commend you for that. If only you would hurry up and die already. Just look at you, myself. Just looking at myself all filled with light like that makes me sick. This reading, there's no mistaking it. She is a divine pseudo-servant. On top of that, the fact that she knows Parvati must mean she's from the Indian pantheon. That's right. She's a divine spirit and her name is Kama. Kama, also known as Tamadeva, the Indian god of love who wields the bow and arrow of lust. That's me. Do you know what my most famous story is? The one where I end up in a world of pain thanks to a certain romance-addled goddess? I guess I can't blame you for being upset about that. Even if it is my husband who did it, I'm still terribly sorry about what happened to you. At any rate, what are you doing here? Do you have something to do with what happened to the Ooku? Ugh, Another boring question, but I guess that's just my lot in life, given what kind of god I am. Fine. The Ooku is a den of lust and decadence, where women compete to see who can best win the king's favor. Do you really have to ask how a god of love could have something to do with it changing into something that better represents its lascivious nature? You have the entirely wrong idea about it too. The Ooku couldn't possibly be any further than a lascivious den of... Sorry, Tsubone. You have every right to be angry, but please save the lecture for later. Now I see. Well, that's okay. If you want to help yourself to any other weak, pointless, insignificant leftovers, it's no skin off my nose. I'd sooner die than be reduced to living inside Parvati myself. But hey, you do you. Anyway, now that I think about it, I've decided I'll properly answer your question after all. Of course I'm involved with this Ooku. It's mine now. Can't you tell I made it myself? I used a very special ingredient to knead it into just the right shape. I know you're still only on the first floor, but tell me, what do you think of it so far? You really got off on it, didn't you? No, I didn't, not at all. Yeah, it's literally my city now. Those attendants may be lifeless puppets, but they're still good enough to make you forget Fusesehokai, the commandment not to kill. You should have known that it's okay to kill. You should have known that it's okay to kill them. That you should kill them. I was sure you would enjoy it. How disappointing to know that you're either unwilling or unable to accept my gift. Who are you anyway? I can tell that you're on my guest list, but I don't know anything else about you. Me? Why, I'm just an ordinary servant, no more than a nameless nun of such insignificance as to be beneath your attention. I am fortunate to be here now thanks to the contract Lord Shiki so kindly struck me with. But that could expire at any time, and I would vanish like so much stardust. Well, never mind the guest list. I don't like that you're here, but I can't accept it all the time. Excuse me, do you really make this Ooku yourself? But that would make you the source of the singularity. Does that mean you're the one who lured everyone else from Chaldea here? Where is everyone? Where's everybody? Oh, be quiet. You'll find all that out if you just shut up and keep moving. That idiocy of yours is just wonderful. What a hassle. Alright, I suppose I can at least say this. Everyone you think was taken from you belongs to me now. I control whether they live or die. Literally my city now. What's that? You want to free them? Do I really have to spell out something so obvious for you? Wow. Of course you can free them if you make it all the way to Ooku's lowest floor. Theoretically, anyway. That's why it doesn't matter what I say. You don't have any choice besides trying to make your own way down. So now, let me tell you about the welcome wagon I prepared for this room. I guess you really can't get people going unless you destroy just the right thing, huh? How degenerate of you. God damn! I'm picking up a much bigger hostile rating than anything you've seen before. Be careful. I'll be honest. I don't actually want to kill any of you. All I want is for you to stay here in this Ooku forever. All I want is for you to get off over and over as you wander around this den of decadence and pleasure. Then why are you having the attendants attack us? Heck, you're doing it right now. I guess you'd say that's all part of the fun. Let's just say that you could end up dying if you don't stick to the routine they expect. Don't worry, I'll take full responsibility if that happens. Even if it is a huge pain in the ass. You're still not giving us a straight answer. Why don't you ever? Why don't? Why do you even want to keep us wandering around this Ooku forever anyway? Don't you know? Don't you know nobody wants to date a woman who asks too many questions? Oh, wait. You think you're safe because you got married while you're so young and hot. Well, bully for you. Anyway, why don't you all enjoy yourselves with this little beauty for now? I just came here to check up on all of you, so I won't be joining in the fun. I mean, how would it look for the proprietor of this fine entertainment establishment to enjoy herself with her guests right when they walk in the door? Not that I really care about that. Anyway, if you want to play with me that badly, you'll have to keep going deeper and deeper. Don't you keep me waiting too long. Kama, get back here! I'm not done with you yet, coward! Looks like we'll need to do something about this before we can keep going. I find this all rather distasteful, but I suppose if there is no other way forward, then I have no choice. It really is quite frustrating having to do such backbreaking labor on behalf of someone else. I suppose now I understand how people who constantly go on about their universal manual labor must feel. You guys like that? You guys like my voice acting? How all of them are female characters and they all roughly have the same tone of voice? What the hell? What the hell? Watch this. Get painted, idiot. Second verse, same as the first. Actually, no, let me spit on them real good. Let me shit on them. Second verse, same as the first. Windmill. Damn it. The ride never ends. Miss Murasaki Shikibu's ride never ends, boys. It never fucking ends. I love that. Let's go. 3 turns, easy clap. We take those. The hostile entities have been eliminated, but I'm afraid we let Kama get away. That's too bad. Huh? Let me see that. Well now, what's this? It looks quite benign. That's an inroll. A pillbox used as identification, and those three hollyhock leaves are the Tokugawa crest. The attendant dolls you have been seeing here are a type of familiar that Kama put together. Since the pillbox was inside of them, we should probably assume it was the catalyst used to rate that goes the attendant. Is the pillbox glowing? Ah! Ah! What happened to the shogun? Everything you said sounds like utter nonsense to me. Shh, you'll be finished if someone hears that, along with the old dog lover shogun himself. You can't say things like that. The shogun cares more about dogs than he does about his people, after all. Flashbang. Really? Is that what they think of me? Am I in the wrong? I was just doing what I thought was right. I thought the people are supposed to be kind and compassionate. Please, don't look at me like that. Damn. You all kiss up to me, but I know what you say about me behind my back. It hurts. Is there no one who understands me? It's alright. It's okay. You didn't do anything wrong. It's wonderful that you love animals so much. You have nothing to worry about. Nothing to fret over. I understand. I'm the only one who does. Oh, that's how she said. I understand you. I'm the only one who does. That's why I love you. I love how compassionate you are. And I always will. Did anyone else hear that? Is something wrong, Master? I see. You were just hearing voices. You're having a schizo moment. I'm afraid we didn't hear anything ourselves. And there isn't anything to log either. I guess it was just my imagination then. I hope you don't mind if I open it. It looks like it's empty. No, wait, there's something inscribed in it. I think it's the owner's name. Tsunayoshi. Mash, get me my pals. There's an entry for that name in our database. It looks like that was the name of the 5th Tokugawa shogun. The 5th. But the current shogun is the 3rd Tokugawa, Lord Iemitsu. Let me explain. To make a long story short, we members of the Indian goddess's entourage of all goddesses ourselves are all goddesses ourselves. We would happen to know a little bit about what happens in the future. Tsunayoshi is Iemitsu's 4th son. Apparently goes by Tokumatsu as a child. One of the shogun's children, you say? Well, that's just wonderful. That must mean the Tokugawa family will continue to preserve peace in Japan in the future. That's the best news I've heard in years. Now I can truly rest in peace. Although, what the pillbox belonging to the future shogun doing here? Good question. But just because it has no name, has his name on it, doesn't necessarily mean it belongs to him. Let me take a closer look. Let me see that. This pillbox. There's something spiritually contained within it. Furthermore, pills here. Furthermore, it is packaged in a way that limits its attributes. This may be a real find. What do you mean? I mean that we can easily use it for ourselves. If we pair it with an output device, we should be able to have it manifest magecraft. Specifically, we can install it into Shiki's Mystic Code and use to rearrange the Mystic Code's capabilities. Are you sure that's safe? It may have been a particular inclination, but it's essentially nothing more than pure magical energy. There's no sign that it's been tampered with, so I So I think we should make it effective use of it. So what do you think? I could give you more ways to tackle this Ooku expedition. If it'll help us save everyone, then it's a no-brainer. Okay, then let's do it. It is human nature to try new things, after all. Alright, hang on while I figure out how to install it. I'll tell you how to do so once I am done. There we go, you did it perfectly, just as I calculated. You're very good with your hands, aren't you, Lady Sion? My area of expertise is the mind and spirit, so I am very impressed. This old crew is positively bristling with traps, just like a puzzle box. Anything that can help keep Master safe is wonderful in my book. Well done, truly. Alright then, what do you say we keep going? Now that we know that that girl is one who turned my old crew into this, all we have to do is find her and defeat her. I understand she's acquaintance of yours, Lady Parr, but she's still my enemy. I can't go easy on her, even if I wanted to. Don't worry about holding back on my behalf. I'm sure you figured this out by now, but she isn't exactly fond of me. I can't blame her for that, seeing how what happened to her is Shivanmai's fault. But I do think Indra and the other gods deserve some blame for fanning the flame. I mean, never mind that. No matter what she went through in her past, that doesn't give her the right to hurt innocent people who had nothing to do with it. We can't let her get away with this. We can't let her get away with this. Oh no! We can't keep letting her get away with this. I don't know what her true goal is. God damn, the game. Hold up. I don't know what her true goal is, but we have to stop here We have to stop her if we're going to rescue everyone from both Edo Castle and Chaldea. Right. Although, if she really does have everyone's lives in the palm of her hand, that's going to make things very difficult. For the moment, I guess we do have a choice but to take her word and make our way to the bottom floor. She did say she wanted us to wander around this old group forever, so I'm sure the labyrinth is only going to become even harder to navigate from here on. I'm sorry I have to ask you to take on such a difficult mission, Master, but we're counting on you to rescue everyone. I'll do my best. I promise. Yo, Mr. White, we're being summoned in FGO. All that said, there is still something bugging me about Kama. Me too, but at least in regards to that, I don't think it will come up soon again. Mr. White! I don't think it will come up again soon. I just hope it isn't related. Anyway, yes, we should get going. I'm sure we still have a very long road ahead of us after all. Acquired 5th Shogun Tokugawa Tsuneyoshi's Inro. Let's go. This corridor is magnificently crafted. You just want to admire it forever. Beautiful. Could this room be for someone important? Interlude: The Truth of Materials, Part 1. Oh great, more fucking reading. There's something on the floor here. What is it? It looks like a Hanafuda card. I don't really know anything about them myself, though. It's a butterfly. Is that anything like Karuta? I've seen the Ooku's residents and attendants playing that before. Karuta? It's not surprised that they might have dropped one of their cards. Wait. Sion is cocking her head. Is there something strange about the card? No, it's just an ordinary card. It has nothing to do with the expedition. But the parameters are also not stable. They are constantly shifting around. It is as if there is some sort of black box component to this card that makes it impossible to analyze. You mean it's the same? What are you talking about? I mean, it's behaving the same as everything over your heads and beneath your feet. The very Ooku labyrinth are currently traversing. Obviously, the fact that it's giving out the same readings as the Ooku means the card is also part of the Ooku. Unfortunately, I do not have any more information to go on at this moment. Still, I do not think it poses any danger. Danger! Rangers! Hello. Still, I do not think it poses any danger. It is very intriguing that it would behave this way. So please, hang on to it. If you find any similar samples, then I should be able to conduct a more thorough analysis. Roger that. Roger. Well, I can't complain too much as long as they're getting their work done, but it's only right that they pick up after themselves when they're done. I can understand if they didn't realize they dropped it, or just forgot to pick them up. But once I find the culprit, they're still going to get an earful. Oh yes, I'm happy to be the bad guy if it will keep the Ooku dignified. All that aside, I'm surprised. I never would have pictured the Ooku's residents playing card games before. Well, of course they did. If they could never leave or have any fun, that would make it a prison, not a home. The women who lived in the Ooku were free to keep dogs, cats, birds, sing songs, play the koto. Motherfucker. Play koto, have tea, hold hanami, and tsukimi parties. There was plenty of entertainment to go around. Of course, in this fake, gloomy underground Ooku, there wouldn't be any way to hold a hanami or tsukimi party, would there? Now I'm absolutely livid all over again. Come on, everyone. The sooner we get to the bottom of this accursed fake Ooku and save the Shogun, the better. You got the Ooku Hanafuda. The Osuzu paper lantern. Okay, what are my options here? Fluffy or shredded? I'm gonna go down Fluffy because that's actually the path out of here. So we're gonna finish the first floor tonight, and then tomorrow afternoon we will continue with the second floor. This corridor has a springiness that feels just right to the step. Egg room. Egg. There's nobody inside the room, but there's something that looks like a bird's nest. Chicken room. This is where Kiara stays. All right. You open the door and a big chicken rushes at you, snapping at your neck. Bruh, Kiara just came out of the fucking thing. Oh man, my ass hurts. second verse, same as the first. Y'all know what's about to happen. Y'all know what the fuck happening. KFP revenge. KFP are after my big titty librarian waifu. Maybe tonight I'll post some Murasaki Shikibu in the horny Discord. Because I do love her. She's fantastic and great. Best wife. Alright. See, Sabers, you so eloquently put it, get painted. Dumbass. Bah! There we go. Let's see. How much damage? Give me the damage. Alright, not bad. The KFP has been defeated, boys. What are my options here? Dazzling or smelling? Let's go dazzling, because that's the right way to go. Probably on my off time tonight when I'm going to bed, I'm going to do all the little extra paths just so I can have it done. It's so shiny, it's blinding. Let's be careful not to slip. How to make some fried chicken. Oh, now to make some fried chicken. You still got chicken from those boys? Light floods out the room. What in the world? Goldfish room. Goldfish. The Snapchat smiles back. You guys like goldfish? I know I do. No, let me go. Sure. The room was full of maidservants in flashy outfits. I snort goldfish. Made some thighs and drumsticks with parmesan. What the hell is parmesan? Some type of rodent? Also, yo, what up, Sets Tempu? You're just in time for my ASMR FGO late night. Anyway, same verse, same as the first. You guys know the deal. We're gonna get them. And there's 5 in this one stage, so that means we're gonna loop. Get to my demonic thing up. There we go. Not to do that yet, but let's get it on. Parmesan. What is that? Some type of rodent? Fair Dad from Stop Pilgrim Volume 3. Chicken Parmesan isn't vegan. Chicken isn't vegan. That's funny. Alright. Y'all know what the fuck is up. Let's do the in-row skills. Bada bing, bada boom. Bada boom, bada bing. Ba. Let's go. Done and done. We're good. We're done. Easy clap. Murasaki is so good because arts pretty much allows you to loop your null phantasm, which is this little animation here. Bop. And then she does a lot of hits. Chicken and AIDS, bitch. Gelato isn't vegan. Contains AIDS. I just love envies. You lied to me. Oh, but babe. Oh. Oh, Todd. Let's both be girls. But he's a kick him in the fucking nuts. That big. Alright. Paper lantern. Thank you. See, here's what I don't understand about this event. It gives you the stupid paper lanterns, right? Look how big this shit is. It gives you the paper lanterns all the time. But even, like, it's not even a thing of, like, you need the paper lanterns, you know? WTF, this vegan diet is E. It looks like a newly restored corridor. The new wood smells nice. My wood smells nice too, man. The big koi fish is painted on the Fusama. The Fusama. Toy room. Toy. Interlude. The Truth of Materials, Part 2. Yes, some assassination, alright. Except I'm not a fucking fool. Give me. Shooting. Bye bye. Fuck, I give it to her too. WTF? So am I gonna fight first or am I gonna do story first? Kusabi no Shichi. No holds barred. Damn it, if I knew it was a single enemy, I would have picked like someone like Li Xuan. But I think shooting can get the job done. I think she should be able to. If not, then maybe hopefully she'll loop. We'll do that. We'll do that. Come on, shoot and do your thing. Yes! One shot, let's go. WTF, this liquor, this Oni is the E. My dumb smelly Oni shooting. My Oni wife. The giant ghost has been eliminated. Great work, everyone. So there was one of those here too, huh? It looks like those giant ghosts serves as gatekeepers of sorts. Another flashbang. Ah! Ah! It's happening again. The voices. Mash my pills. Give me my pills, mash. I know this sort of thing happens sometimes during the wars, but he's still just a child. At this rate, Arai Hatseki and Manabe Atefusa will do whatever they want with the government. That little boy, the Shogun, what a joke. He's a figurehead, nothing more. Oni set. Oh, Oni set. Yeah. Wow! Oh, what's wrong? Did somebody say something mean to you? It's not your fault. You're still so young. Whoever said that should know better. Nobody else may love your youth, but I do. I promise. Now, what would you like to play? I'm up for anything. I don't mind hearing these, but I still want to know your deal. I guess I'm the only one who heard that again. It's another pill boss. Let's see. This one has "Let's go" written inside, or let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. As I suspected, the database says that was the name of one another future's children. It looks like Letsugu was the seventh in the Tokugawa lineage. The seventh, you say? So he was Lord Iemitsu's great-grandson? I see. Tell me, what was his reign like? This is awful. I can't possibly tell her that he became shogun when he was still a small child, only to die just a few years later. Ahem. As goddesses, we cannot go around telling others the future has in store without a very good reason that could create all kinds of problems. So I hope you will understand that we cannot answer the question. Oh, I see. If you know what's going to happen before it happens, it will throw off everything that's supposed to happen, right? That's fine then. I don't need to hear anymore. Just knowing that the Tokugawa lineage line continues on is enough for me. Everything that's supposed to happen, huh? She knows nothing about Magecraft or modern history, but she can still sense the past, present, and future all connected. She really does have quite an eye for the big picture. I can see why she left such an indelible mark on history. But it's still very sad. Her final moments must have been dreadfully painful. Anyway, this new pillbox might be able to give us a new functionality, just like the first one. Let's try it out. Research! Acquired 7th Shogun Tokugawa Letsuru's Indro. Grabbing pills. I took some little kids' pills. Hell yeah. Sento torta. Paper lantern. Lantern. Alright, oh shit. Goddamn. What's this corridor? Nah. Brisk walking corridor? Exhilarating corridor? I mean, exhilarating is probably the way to go, because it'll lead us right to the exit. Ba-ba-bum. Bum-ba-bum, bum-bum-bum. This must be the last area of the floor. Let's hurry through. A familiar presence can be felt from inside the room. Now, what could it be? You already know what the hell is up and what we're about to do. I ain't even gotta say it. Y'all know what the fuck about to happen. The maidservants were redoing their makeup and waiting inside the room. They were doing something very unthreatening. Alright, y'all know what happens. Alright. Oh, thank God the AC just turned on. Get painted, fuckers. Dumbasses. Got him. Oh, nice. Almost 1,000. Almost 1,000,000, my bad. The maid servants being all assassins means that you're going to see Murasaki a lot during this run. During the playthrough of Ooku. They come in plenty, and she has a damage bonus, and she can loop with the help of double Arturia. Makes her the best. The sleepy corridor, let's go. You're getting tired, but just a little more. Keep going. A sleepy growl can be heard from inside the room. Ah, Bader. Cat room. Caster, huh? Well, know what they say about that. Let's see. Writer. Can't you see this is futile? Tajima no Kami. Just give up already. My answer remains no. I see reducing yourself to become a servant has done nothing to make you less stubborn. What happened to you, Lord Nobutsuna? You were once one of the Shogun's most trusted advisors. How could you turn your back on the Tokugawa and lower yourself to aid in this madness? You should be ashamed. I can understand why you would say that, Lord Munenori, given that you taught Shogun Iemitsu in the ways of war. But that is all in the past now. Lady Kama's a god. She had already toppled the Tokugawa shogunate. We have no hope of defeating her. It is natural that losers swears allegiance to the victor. Lady Kasuga may have known war in her lifetime, but she has never gone to battle herself. She could never hope to understand. There are times when victory is simple, not possible. That is part of war. You fought in the battles of the Sekigahara and Osaka, Lord Munenori. Surely you can understand. Of course, I too know well what I speak. I witnessed the hell that was the Shimabara Amatusa rebellion myself. That is great many words to say that went over to the enemy's side. Once you thought you could not win, what else could I have done? Only a fool would defy the gods or the Buddha. Lord Munenori, I have nothing but the highest respect for your skill with the sword and for your leadership. That is why I have gone out of my way to offer you a role in this new government. It is only through my respect and Lady Tama's graces that you still remain here. If she so wished, Lady Tama could use her spells to rob you of your mind and force you to be an attendant, as she has done with a number of other servants. But I would much prefer you agree to join us of your own volition. There is nothing else to say. I will never wield my sword in the service of Tokugawa's enemies. If this old body of mine impedes your way, then behead me and be done with it. Report. Guests have invaded the floor. What would you have us do? You dare speak to me without so much as bowing your head? Insolent doll. These puppets are useless. Why did you kill her? You saw how rudely she spoke to me. I merely gave her what she deserved. I know what you're thinking. Of course I know it is the folly to expect manners from marionettes. Which is why I wish to only keep those who do know their manners by my side. My patience can only last so long, Tajima no Kami. I hope you will choose wisely before you become part of the Ooku yourself. Trust me when I say that no amount of Zen alone will help you endure that forever. There's someone there. Matsudaira no Botsuna, was it? I see your face is bereft of joy as ever. How very dull. Of course, people like that are usually the most fun to save, but I don't see a great deal of opportunity for salvation here. More the pity. Huh? This reading. Master, look what's behind Nobutsuna. Yagyu. Hello, Master. I'm afraid they caught me by surprise. I would bow my head in apology if I could, but I'm afraid I cannot even manage that right now. I am sorry you had to see me like this. Huh? Lord Munenori, how did you up a man of your skill? Why didn't you use your vaunted Shinkagiryu you're always going on about? Do you know how it's sad the Shogun will talk about how your Shinkagiryu was the strongest in the world? How can you ever face him again? Have we met? Oh, right. I look like Lady Parr now, don't I? It's me, Fuku, Kasuda no Tsubune, head of the Ooku. Ah, Lady Fuku. Why do you look like that? How strange. Yes, strange. There's really no better word for it. Let me tell you what I just learned from my analysis. The person you see over there is undoubtedly Yagyu Tajima no Kami Munenori, a saber with ties to Chaldea, but at the same time is also giving off the same readings as one of the Ooku's pillars. Oh, yes. It's not just him. If we assume the same is true for everyone else, everything adds up. Where did the people in Edo Castle go? What happened to Chaldea's staff and servants? The only possible answer is they were used as material to build this Ooku. Gasp! That's horrific. The giant magecraft structure was almost certainly made by using others' life forces as construction material. While there may be differences of degree in their density, human and servants alike could be used as more or less identical building blocks. Then, that would mean the people in Edo Castle and Chaldea were not abducted after this labyrinth was built, but rather they were abducted in order to create it in the first place. I will give you credit for figuring all of that out, but you are mistaken about one thing. Not everyone who was abducted was used to build this Ooku. I am told Lady Tom was keeping some souls that lack physical form on the bottom floor. I see. Then she wasn't lying when she said we would need to make our way to the bottom floor to rescue everyone. And to what do we owe the pleasure of your kindness in being so forthcoming? Lady Tom has entrusted me with ensuring nothing happens to the Ooku. So if I wish to stop you from stripping it of every panel, I had to tell you that doing so will not let you rescue everyone you seek. It is my job to ensure that the Ooku's atmosphere is preserved. I cannot have you wrecking it needlessly. Not to worry, we would never do anything like that. There would be no point in bringing back these resources with their associated qualia. But if we can analyze the spell this Ooku's construction rests on, then I should be able to reverse engineer it and restore everything to normal. Alternatively, if we take the simple route and remove the spellcaster's Tama, I presume, from the equation, this should result in Ooku's destruction. Either way, we still need to get down to the bottom floor. Of course, we need to save him eventually, but Yagyu needs our help right now. He certainly does. As he has not fully become part of the Ooku, there is still a chance he can be extracted. I cannot promise anything, but as long as I properly analyze him, I think our odds are pretty good. Huh. Preserving the Ooku's atmosphere, is this supposed to be a joke? Even putting aside this bizarre and obscene interior decorating, what kind of atmosphere is there to preserve? When you are embedding people in pillars, like Lord Munenori there. For that matter, having that broken attendant doll just lying there seems to be doing plenty of damage to the atmosphere on its own. Yes, you're right about that. I should not have left it there after I punished it for its insolence. It would seem I'm not immune to the decadent nature of sanctioned murder. That said, it's not a warrior's job to clean up a mess. I will have the maids take care of that. It's another giant ghost. Be careful, everyone. The fault for this lies entirely with me, Master. Please, go on and forget about me. We have to save him. Well, I still have to run detailed analysis, but I can tell you that you should not try to yank him out. However, if you can get close enough to examine him, that will help me come out to more precise data. Tsubone, Parvati. I would like you to focus on Yagyu first and foremost. Got it. Does that mean I will be fighting this ghost by myself? I'll back you up the best I can. Oh my. I never thought to receive such an enthusiastic show of support from you, Master. Why, since becoming a servant, this may be the first time I've experienced pleasure from serving my master. Oh my, what should I do? This is so novel. I think I may be getting excited. Horny. She's literally the definition of a Marine going, I'm horny. Bitches ain't shit. Bitches ain't shit. Let's do this. Right, wife. Life good. And done. How's it going over there? I'm sorry, it's taking longer than we thought. It looks like there's still a bunch of steps we have to follow, even with my divine power. Okay, that goes there, this goes here. So for this binding spell, if we reverse this... Well, damn. I'm afraid every one of my thought processes have come to the same conclusion. There's nothing we can do to save him right now. What do you mean? Did you figure something out? My analysis tells me that we lack the right tool. You know how you cannot electrolyze water unless you have electricity? This is just like that. I can see a way that we could separate Yagyu from the pillar, but we do not have the resource for it. It is not simply a matter of magical energy. We need something with an affinity for this Ooku. How are we supposed to find something like that now? Is there anything we can use as a substitute? I'm trying to use every parameter I can of anything I can find, but honestly, there's no telling when I will find something suitable. It could be a moment from now, or it could be tomorrow. What? We don't even know if Yagyu can hold out that long. I already told you. Just leave me. We're not going anywhere without you. What is this? Something is really hot. I think it's the card you found, Lady Parr. You're right, it is. But why did it grow so hot all of a sudden? Stop the presses. We can convert that Hanafuda card into pure energy. It even has the Ooku affinity we need. That is what we are calling it right now. By the way, I just decided that. We can use this affinity to figure out exactly where the Ooku circuits are. It's working. Its workings are still a black box to me. But who cares as long as we can use it to get what we need to go? Then you mean... We can totally do this. All we have to do is use that card as the spell's power source. Understood. Great, you got him out. It looks like his spirit origin is still intact. Once we get those shackles off of him, he should be back to his old self. He seemed to have things well in hand over there, too. It's been great fun being with you like this, Master. But I think it's time we wrap this up. And oh? Look out, the giant enemy ghost just changed its target. It's coming up to you, Parvati. You need to... Huh? Yagyu? You can't. Your sword is still under a different spiritual lock. It won't be much. It won't take us much longer to get it out. Please, you don't need to do this. Not to worry. Shin Kagiryu is not the only tool I possess. What? Did he just catch the Nagi Nada blade with his bare hands? Whoa! That is a technique called Mutotori, isn't it? Amazing. I wish I could have seen it in person. Oh yes, it was incredible. That must be the quintessence of the Otomeryu. I see why outsiders were not permitted to witness it. Just how truly marvelous. You really must teach me sometime. From now, though, you should really have known better than to let your attention wander to another woman while I'm still right here before you. But since you are kind enough to leave me with such a wide opening, I'll just have to go ahead and take advantage of it. Now, off to the heavens with you. What a pleasant surprise this turned out to be. Even my parched throat is taken aback. This is what it means to be hoisted by one's own petard. If you had foregone your attempts to win me over and made me into a pillar right away, all my resisting would have been for naught. Yes, regretfully my nickname is Wise Izu, giving me more credit than I am due. But this is no matter of public-facing politics, so I feel no shame in my conduct. At any rate, now that I have steeped your bonds, I am under no illusions that I could best you with my sword. So, I think I will have to take this opportunity to make a peaceful retreat. Wait, what is it you're after? What does Tama want? Why have you been turning people and servants into materials to build this Ooku? I do not know. No, nor do I care to. All I care is about serving my lord faithfully. He does not seem to be lying, so yes, we're still in the dark in regards to Kama's duel. One thing we do know is that this Ooku has become a full-blown spirit singularity. If we don't do something about it, it could lead to the collapse of humanity. This was Doishi's ultimate goal when he created the seventh singularity, but this time, yes, this time we do not know if this is her goal in the spawning the singularity, or if it's just a side effect of her true goal. Good grief. This is all well and good, but should we just letting that man get away? First, we need to make sure Yaju's okay. I agree. There's no telling what kind of traps we could blunder into if we just rush in blindly. Right now, we should be celebrating getting a new ally, and being sure our position is solid before moving on. Everything checks out. I can't see any irregularities in your spirit origin. I am sorry to make you go through so much trouble for this decrepit body. Truly I am. As well you should be. You're supposed to be the last line of defense when anything threatens the Shogun safety. How could you let yourself be captured along with everyone else? I see. Then you are truly Lady Fuku, despite your current appearances. Hey, what's with that look? Are you saying I of all people should have been there to make sure nothing happened to the Ooku? You don't understand. If I hadn't been bedridden and I had my Naginata with me, I'm sure I would have cut these villains in two myself. I think. I do not recall giving you a look that says anything of the sort, but I suppose you are right. You are indeed a most capable warrior in your own right, Lady Fuku. I am. Never mind the past right now. We need to focus on the future, both of us. We need to find that traitor's Matsudaira Izunokami and string him up. Save the Shogun as soon as possible. Indeed. Master, before I pledged my service to you, there was a time when I served another. Now, by some strange quirk of fate, I have been called back to the age of Kane, the time when my former lord Tokugawa Iemitsu was still alive. Forgive me, but I did not turn my back on him. Now, to do so would be the height of disloyalty. Please, Master, let me help him. Our plan was always to rescue everyone, and that goes for Lord Iemitsu too. Understood. You have my profound thanks, Master. All right. Now that another ghost type has been defeated, does that mean Kaonima? Bruh. From zero, Kaonima? What the hell are you going on about, bro? Just as calculated. Another box of pills here. About to get flashbang. Ah! It's useless. He's too sickly. How could a man like that lead all of Japan? And just when our country faced an unprecedented crisis too. Damn foreigners. They just won't let up. And then there has to be massive earthquakes, the tsunami, the disease. Disease that's been going around. Some people say it's the gods punishing us for dealing with foreigners. This is hopeless. I can't take it. What did I do to deserve this? First, those foreigners won't leave us alone. Then those earthquakes killed thousands of my people. Followed my cholera, killing thousands more. What am I supposed to do? What can I do? Oh God, I wish I could just run away from it all. You care that deeply about things that aren't your fault. What a kind man you are. And now you feel driven to despair by that very kindness. You poor thing. Well, I love you for your kindness. It's okay to run away if you want. You don't have to think about anything you don't want to. Here, why don't you lie down for a while? If you have trouble sleeping, I could sing you a lullaby if you like. So this one says Iesada, huh? That would be the 13th Shogun. Let's go ahead and add it to your mystic code. I guess we should probably tell you what little we know before we move on to the next floor. Acquired 13 Shogun Tokugawa Iesada's Inuro. I got his pills. I'm taking normal pills. That's what the fact is. I can't get up from this mattress. They asked why you so sad, kid. Let's go. And we're gonna leave it there for tonight. It's getting late. About almost 2 hours to go to that first floor. My God. So tonight we're gonna leave it here, and then tomorrow morning, tomorrow midday, around noon, we will continue our journey through Tokugawa's Labyrinth. Anyway, I just want to say thanks, guys, for tuning in. It was fun. It was real. I'd say it's been real good. Alright, thanks for tuning in, guys. Bye.